We're going to go through all of tamos18 for practice today, so that's where I'm going to start. I step back a little bit so you can see what's going on. Got my big Crocs on. So, Wu Chi is the beginning, so let's work on Wu Chi. Feet about hip widths apart, parallel. Grip with the feet, tuck, bend the knees, tuck the tailbone. Push the fontanelle up, and then a little bit of medial rotation to push the sternum down. While sitting here, let's take some breaths in on a 4 count, out on an 8 count, and breathe into your diaphragm. So in, 1, 2, 3, 4, and out, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we want to continue that slow breathing in and out longer, and that will tend to upregulate your parasympathetic nervous system. So again, one last time for Wu Chi. Feet gripping, knees bent, tailbone tucked, fontanelle up, come around, and then back down. And now we're ready for pushing palms. Start with pushing palms. You've got a ball of energy coming out from your lower dantian right about here. Bring it up to your mid dantian. Press out. Okay. Grip with your feet, tuck with your knees, tuck your tailbone, and pull. Feet, knees, hip, push. Let's open to the side. I'm going to pull back now. I'm going to open up to one side. I'm opening up to my right side. So now, feet, knees, tailbone tucked. Push with your legs. When your front leg goes around perpendicular to the ground, continue the hand motion. Feet, knees, tuck, pull. Notice the hands come after. So initially, feet, knees, tailbone tucked, push, 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 and then the hands go and pull with the body and then the arms. Okay, I'm going to come back and go to the other side. Feet, knees, tuck the tailbone, press. Feet, knees, tuck the tailbone, fontanelle up, push the sternum down and pull. All right. Now we're going to separate heaven and earth. So hands are in front of the mid-dantian xiphoid process, about, say, 2 fists out, 2 fist widths out. Place one hand in front of the other. I'm going to put the right hand in front of the left, and I'm going to rotate it. Now notice, I'm immediately rotating it. So rotating it and pushing in opposite directions. The hands face each other, and the hand that's going up immediately rotates, and then you extend. The hands come together. Medial rotation. Okay, so now let's do a little bit more. Feet, knees, tailbone, tuck, fontanelle pushing, and trying to push down on your sternum while you do this. And one more to finish it. Okay, come back to neutral. When you're taking your sternum and pushing it down, you might notice some tension on the ligaments around here. That's good. At times, I'm able to connect my feet all the way up to here. I haven't been able to do it for the last few weeks, but it comes and goes. But that's a sensation you may or may not have. Don't attach to those sensations too much. Okay, so we separated heaven and earth, so now we're going to uproot or separate mountains. So feet, knees, tailbone tucked, fontanelle up, tuck down, pressing a little bit here, hands in front of the mid-dantian. I'm going to put one hand in front of the other. Now notice I'm rotating the same way. Medial rotation, push. Bring the hands together. Notice I'm not turning my head, I'm still facing you. Turning my waist and the rest of my body because it's all connected. But the head I'm keeping still. Okay, bring it back. Dragon twist this waist. Now, feet, knees, tailbone tucked, fontanelle up. Make a triangle, put it above your fontanelle. Look straight up through it, and turn around that point. Grip with the outside of your feet to avoid twisting or torquing your knees. Okay, let's bring it. Okay, I'm going to be kicking, so I'm going to come back a little bit. That was twisting weights or dragon twist weights. Now we're going to do toe kicking. I'm going to turn at a 45 profile so you can sort of see what's going on. All right, I'm going to turn my left foot out a little bit, 45 degrees or less, but 10 to 20 to 30, 45 degrees. I'm going to push my weight over to my left so you can tell my weight's on my left foot, and then I'm going to touch with my toe, touch with my heel. Toe, heel, toe, heel. Do that, say 4 times, and then I'm going to swing forward and back. All right, let's do the other side. I'll do this full profile so you can see what it looks like. Again, I'm going to rotate my right foot out a little bit, push my weight onto my right foot, tuck the tailbone, touch with the toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel. One more time, toe, heel, and then maybe push with the toe, push with the heel. Okay, we're going to extend that now, and we're going to do high kicking. For high kicking, same basic idea. Couple things though. I'm going to bring my leg back, get that calf active and bending. I want my calves strong and moving because, as Rick Krause says, these are the second hearts. So you want to keep the calves active. I'm going to put my left foot forward, my left hand behind my back, it can be on the waist. My right hand I'm going to put in front of me, and I'm going to bring my leg up to my hand. Take the hand to the leg, don't bend. So you want to keep the second bow erect the entire time. So don't worry about how high you go. We're just warming up. Okay, we'll switch sides now. So now my right foot is forward. Come back a little bit, get a bit of stretch in the calf. Hand goes around. Put your hand on your waist or put your hand on your back. Put your left hand in front of you. Start with the lower dantian. Bring your leg up to it. If you can go higher, that's fine. If you can't, that's also fine. If this is what you're doing, that's fine. If this is what you're doing, you're moving. That's all that's important. You're moving. Step 1, move. Step 2, fall. Step 3, keep falling until step 4. It kind of looks like you know what you're doing, even though you really know you don't. Okay, that was high kicking. Hooking leg. Hooking leg is you're grabbing someone's foot and sweeping out from underneath them. For what we'll do, we'll simply go into a cat stance. So left foot 45 degrees, right foot straight forward. There is a gap between here. Now I'm going to tuck my tailbone. When I do this, I'm on the ball of the foot. I'm actually going to, if you look sideways, that's what it looks like. I'm on the so-called red triangle. That is the 2 balls of the feet and then the toes. So red triangle. I'm going to tuck my tailbone, sweep my leg around. When you do this, you probably won't get very high, and that's fine. Okay, other side. So right foot out 45 degrees, weight over the right foot. Step the left foot forward on the red triangle, the balls of the feet and the toes, the red triangle. Tuck your tailbone. When I do that, I feel a little more pressure on the balls and the ball of my feet when I now sweep around. Okay, that was sweeping leg. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to reveal our claws. Actually, I'm sorry. No, we're going to do sweeping leg. So sweeping leg, I'm going to build this up in a couple steps. I'm going to have to come back a little bit further because I'm going to be going side to side. So step one, the legs. Right leg, left leg. I'm going to have to step my left leg behind my right leg. If it can't go all the way behind, that's fine. If it steps here, that's fine. So step, sweep around, step, step, sweep around. So I'll start counting with this. All right, so from the beginning, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Great. Now arms. We're doing this. So this is medial rotation into the center, but they're offset. So if you start your hands like this, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, grab someone's shirt. 2, sweep their leg and throw them. 3, step. 1, 2, 3. Sweeping leg. That one's hard, takes a lot of coordination. Even if you break it down and practice it, it'll take you weeks to get to the point where it's smooth, and that's good. But you're definitely working on neural firing patterns when you do that. All right, now we're going to reveal our claws. First thing we're going to do is we're going to work on tiger grip. So if I can, I want my fingertips to touch. Now, I may not be able to get my fingers all the way down there, or my thumb. And my right thumb is dislocated from 30 years ago, an inline skating accident. So my right thumb really can't do this very well. We're going to, standing in Uchi, we're going to use our energy. Imagine there's a cord of energy coming up from the knee. We're going to use that to pick up the knee, step out, your claws, and stretch open that chest as you sit into it. Bring your hands down, pick up that knee, set the knee down. Now there's another cord over here. Bring that knee up, step out. How far you go down isn't that important. Losing your balance also isn't that important, but try not to fall. You do that one more time each side. You can do these as often or as many times as you like. By going through all this, we're doing dynamic warming up and dynamic stretching of the entire body. So it's a really good overall body warm up. Okay, the next thing is pushing mountains. That's the knees. So start similar. I'm going to bring up that knee with my hands. I'm going to step out on the red triangle. So in Tai Chi, we step on the heel, but in Tamo18, we step on the balls of the feet or the red triangle. So I'm going to step down. I'm going to push my way down, 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 down over the knee on the outside of the body. And I'm going to curl the energy from the Mother Earth up my bubbling well between the balls of my feet. And I'm going to bring that leg back up and set it down. Raise the leg, step out under the red triangle, press down, 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 straight down, tuck that tailbone, and then over the knees, curl the energy up into the bubbling well and come back up the center of the leg. Set it down. Do that a couple more times each side. Down straight, down straight. So don't go over, go down straight and then over. For those of you who know how to do it, I'm not actually doing it, but you could engage your pelvic floor And as soon as your pelvic floor is engaged, then you go out. And if you do that, it adds a nice level of effort. One more. Okay, tiger straightens waist. For tiger straightens waist, first of all, let's step out into a horse riding stance, so feet are wider. Wider is double wide is fine. It depends on the strength and flexibility of your legs. If this is what you got, this is what you've got. If this is what you've got, that's fine. But be able to do this for a few seconds. So I'm going to bend my knees. Now, it looks like what I'm doing is I'm doing this. What I'm actually trying to imagine, feel, is I am grabbing a ball of energy and I'm bringing it into my body. But to do that, I'm going to first build up Wu Qi, the second bow, drop my sternum energy into my pelvic floor, and then I'm going to pull. So here's the lower dantian. My hands are here. So grip with the feet, knees tucked, tailbone, fontanelle up, push down, and then pull in. And then reverse profile, pull in, and take and maybe a slight massage down. So I come out, not going to look much different here. Tuck, grip with the feet, tuck the knees, tuck the tailbone, fontanelle up, and then push the sternum down, and then pull that in. Do that from the side, just in case there's yet another view. Okay, so I'm not in. I'm going to grip my feet, bend my knees, my tailbone, fontanelle up, sternum down. So that's feeling pretty good. And then pull everything in. Now, while you're doing this, I'm trying to tighten all the muscles in my entire body from my neck down, face relaxed. And so that means that I'm using my feet, using my shins, using my knees, using my hips, using my waist, everything. I'm even using my sternum to push down, but everything up here is neutral. So this is tight down here, and this is loose. All right. Okay, now we've straightened our waist, so now we're going to flap our wings. What we're trying to do is we're trying to use our feet to move our hands. So we're going to do 3, and on the 3rd time, we're going to flick water off our hands. So say start like this, hands come down, knees bend, push with the feet, the arms come up, that's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now I actually try to get. I'm going to see if this translates onto the video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually come down, and I'm going to flick up. So 1, 2, 3. The way to practice this is practice it very slowly. Practice slow to go fast. So everything comes down. And about the time I hit here, I start feet, knees, tailbone tucked to get a little bit of lift. Let it relax. Feet, knees, tailbone tucked to get a lift. Relax. Feet, knees, tailbone tucked, and throw it up. All right. That's Wild Goose beats its wings. Okay, next thing is to draw a bow and brace the tiger. This is stretching your chest. Same thing on your back. So what we're going to do is horse stance. I'm going to draw a bow. The bow is that. I'm going to grip with tiger claw. So I've got a bow. Tiger's coming from that side. I'm going to draw the string. Wu Qi, feet, legs, knees, tailbone, tucked, fontanelle up, push. Let go. Other direction. down. Let's go to, say, one side, up, diagonal other side, diagonal, diagonal, and just a couple more to the front to really finally get that twisting. When you're done, clear your aura, and now we're going to thrash our tail. I'm looking at my notes. I can remember these, but I can't necessarily remember them in order. So we're going to make another triangle or make a diamond. This is going to go above the fontanelle, knees bent, tailbone tucked. I come straight down, and then out to one side, no. Straight down, tuck tailbone, push the sternum down, and out the other side. Okay, so now, Wuchi with the wider stance, pressing the sternum down. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to dragon strikes out. I'm going to push my left foot to move my right hand, left foot. So foot, knee, hip, crosses, twists. Because in theory I've got this all engaged, this naturally pulls the ligaments, and I do that. I strike out. Remember, there's a delay. The feet go first, then the hips, then the waist, then the arms. And even the shoulders come first. In fact, if you want to practice this, just move your waist, leave your arms lax. Okay. The final of the original set, pivot and push forward. Raise a leg, step out, and then we're going to bring our hands together in front of our center line, not over the knee, in front of our center line, up the middle, split the third eye, open up into a lotus, and then slide down, hands coming together. Come together, lower dantian, up the center line, get to the third eye, split. One more on this side. Okay, now finally, we're going to add swimming dragon diving for the pearl of wisdom. This is not part of the original set, but it's one that we tend to do. This is twisting. It's very energetic, so be careful with this and understand that you might get a lot of energy from doing this. It might also just exhaust you. So we'll start Wu Chi. Hands above us, above the fontanelle. Knees are bent. I'm going to lean to the left. The side doesn't matter. I'm going to bring my hands to about the eye level or third eye level. They come across. Mid dantian, lower dantian, knees, lower dantian, mid dantian, third eye, and now we're on the opposite side. Okay, so now I'm going to bring my hands down, and as I move my hands away to the opposite side, I'm going to look and push my hips in the opposite direction. So I'm looking that direction, and my hips are pushing that direction. I'm going to come down to my mid dantian, and as my hands go, say, to the right, my hips and my look go to the left. Lower dantian, same thing. Hands are pointing straight out. Hands go to the left. Hips, look, go to the right. Knees, same thing. to the mid dantian. And now we're back to the original side. One more time each side. So come down to third eye, hands point forward. As I move to the right, say, I look and push my hips to the left. Come down to the mid dantian, move my hands to the left, look and push your hips and head to the right. Move your hands down to your lower dantian, knees, mid dantian. Sorry, that was lower dantian. Mid dantian, upper. We're on the right, or I'm on this side now. And one last time. And to finish this out, circle around. Like, imagine you're a candle and you're sort of, this is the flame up here in your hands. So spin around a few times, say 3 times. And then spin around the other direction, making smaller circles. Just go circling smaller and smaller until eventually you have a single point. I'm going to bring my feet together. I'm going to push my hands up. If you feel like it, maybe this brings you up off your heels. Push your shoulders down as you push your hands up. And then bring it on down. If you can, bring your elbows together. Rest at your third eye for a second. And if you can't, that's fine. I couldn't for a long time. Now I can. Mid dantian. Building that back into Wuchi. So we've just done, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes of Qigong, Tamo18 plus swimming dragon diving for the Pearl of Wisdom.